Alright guys, this is David reporting from Astoria, Queens, New York. And this place I heard is really cool, especially for movie film buffs. If you guys are into like the whole, how movies started, from the early projectors to lighting to just anything cinematography. So I'm gonna jump in there. I'm over here with my brother and my girlfriend. And traffic is kind of crazy right now in New York, but I wanted to do a cool video because this looked really awesome for the channel. So let's go inside, see what we find. This is the birth of motion pictures. That's the title screen. They used to have little cells that came in from 1915 to 1930. All the different slides. Just different prompts that used to pop up before the movie. Look at that. Look at that. Intermission. Little guy right there. Let you know 1 minute intermission too. And these are all slides that people physically put in there. I believe these were for the silent films, right? Yeah, illustrated song slides were a form of entertainment introduced in the 1890s. And it's really cool because this time of year they have the Jim Henson exhibition. Alright, so let's go inside and see what we see. Do you remember any of these characters, Ed? Do you remember any of these characters at all? Not these ones. I have not seen any of these, especially not that guy. Whoa, what's going on with this lady down here? I feel like I've seen this character here though. Huh? Is that one? And over here we have an earlier character from 1968 to 1974 from the Dick Cavett show. So we have Jim Henson through the years, the Ed Sullivan show 1948 to 1971. These were used. Goes all the way back to 1956, 1964. The Steve Allen show. Is that Kermit? I believe that's Kermit. So we have a lot of the props, a lot of the pictures, some of the music that was involved. Oh wow. Sam and Friends. So it looks like that was a Kermit that we had seen earlier. You could see Jim and Jane Henson right there working. 1958. Oh, you got a puppet? You can play with puppets there. It is cold out here in New York. Only on WB. I'm gonna play with some dolls. I'll be back. Alright, so it talks about here how Jim Henson's puppets were used for commercials in the late 1950s. Some of the slides, some of the products right there for coffee and different milk. I think there's like a milk product right there as well. So using some of his characters for things like that. And the storyboards The whole writing process right here. What else we got? What else we got? They have a meat company sales pitch right here. So these characters were used for a lot of different things, not just TV shows, but also commercials, and looks like some chow. Some chicken chow right here. This character looks like a dragon almost, but there it is. That's really cool. Jump over here. I think we all know this character of the Ralph puppet. So we got them there. It's 1966. Sorry about the shadows, but there he is. His own packaging. There's a Jimmy Dean Show, 1963 to 1966. I think this is the one I'm more familiar with. This guy right here. And he was introduced 1976. The Ralph puppet. Let's go over here. Who do we have here? Who do we have here? The Prime Minister puppet. And Taminella Grinderfall puppet. In the 70s, 60s and 70s, so. Oh, that's a full body puppet right there. Then I think these are the Muppets that we all know and grew up with. Got Elmo. Elmo puppet was introduced in 1991, it looks like. The Prairie Dawn puppet, which is that one there. I don't remember that one. You got Cookie Monster, of course. And of course, the Big Bird himself. Big Bird. So we have a Princess of Eight puppet from 1970. I don't remember her. Oh, it's pretty cool too, though. It looks like when he was in the set of King of Eight, he was implementing these smaller puppets. Then we have some of the books that came along with it. These are like the early stages of Bert and Ernie, I'm guessing. And they even have a station right here where you can design your own puppets. That's pretty cool. You want to design your own puppet? I don't know. Someone put a big old wig on the nose. Come on, you gotta save that character right there. He looks pretty sad. Save me or kill me. Let's create something cool or unique. Here we go. Master at work. Oh man. He looks like the Hey Arnold. Hey Maria, you get over here. Oh Lord. Oh gosh. Oh man, it's like the Nicki Minaj wig right there.
There you go.
Now you're pretty.
Say how you mother for me, alright?
What's his name? Or her name?
Binky.
Princess Binky. Alright, so here we go, 1976 to 1991. You got the Muppet Show. A lot of people remember the Muppet Show right here. I don't remember this character right here, but definitely remember these guys right here. They're always in the balcony just talking crap. So you got the early stages, the drawings right there of these guys. So this is the pitch reel from the Muppet Show, 1975. You got a cool display right here. All these different scenes from the Muppet Show, or the Muppet characters. Come over here, you got some more memorabilia. Just different costume designs. I'm sure you guys have seen that guy from the band. A lot of cool set designs. I don't remember these guys, but those look gnarly. Oh, you guys remember that guy, right? The Swedish chef. That's him on the set. In the early drawings. And there's the queen, the bride, Miss Piggy. There's the iconic Muppet movie poster.
Excuse me, guys. We're looking for Hollywood. There are a lot of things drivers like to do. They like to explore, to swim, to have races, and they even work for.
Here's some of the costume designs from Labyrinth. It's actually taken from this scene right here. What's going on with Marilyn right here? Hey now. And let's step into this exhibit here. Oh wow. Down here. Watch your step. Oh jeez. Oh god. What is that? Oh. I don't know. Pull it. Pull here. Pull here, babe. Go. Pull. Come on. Oh, where's that protein? Ooh. So for many of you, you guys have no clue what this is. Do you remember what this is, babe? You definitely remember what that is, right? So when you guys went to a drive-in movie, you guys would see a large picture in front of you projected on a screen. This is how you heard that sound coming from the movie. You would attach this through the back there. That would go on in your window in your car. You'd roll it up a little bit to kind of seal it, and that's where your audio would come. And that's a little volume right there, a little volume control. And that's when you really went to the movies with your family, kind of opened the back carriage there, and you ate your snacks. And that was it. And this was a drive-in, you know. Yeah, it talks about the 50s, 70s. All these drive-in, you know, movie theaters were huge. And actually a funny story, we actually lived right down the street from a drive-in. We could see it from our backyard, so we'd be there like once a week. It was really, really cool. Fun times as a child. So for you video game fiends, this is what the original first game was, Pong. Looks fun, doesn't it? Entertaining. For hours at a time. This is the original box right here. This is your controller, your left-handed player, your right-handed player. And you just turn a knob, a dial, and it would control, you go, you going, left player would be on this side right here, right? Yeah, your whole objective is not to get this little dot past you, or else you miss a point. Let's see, what's this? This looks like something else too. Don't know what this is. Space War. It's a game called Space War, but these were huge consoles that controlled little things. Even this one right here. You got your Joy-Cons right here. I don't know if I'm allowed to touch that, but your Joy-Cons right there, and then you'd have a display screen. You got Pong. Same thing with the one I just showed you. You have Odyssey right here. This one was a little different in the sense that I think you put something on your screen, on your actual television screen, to show all this stuff. Looks like those are the cartridges. Cool stuff though. And I think you can actually play these games. You put in $1, you can get some tokens right here, and you can play these arcade games. So I believe this one's called Acronoid. Acronoid. I never played this one as a kid. I believe you have like some kind of dial right here. You have like a fire joystick, fire lever. Of course, you have Donkey Kong, which is the iconic, the classic right here. You're just kind of moving left to right, jumping, avoiding the barrels, which turn into, you know, Super Mario Brothers. You have 10-yard fight, which looks like a football game. You're just moving left to right, probably passing. Look at that. It's not even picking up on the screen because you got that, I think it's a refresh rate or something. It's too low. You have Zaxxon. So not familiar with this game right here. This one, okay, it's kind of like a side scroller. This is like a different angle. I wouldn't even know if this is a side scroller. I guess it is. And you have Mortal Kombat. This is one that was, right now it's out of order, but man, I'm very nostalgic. I think Mortal Kombat 2 was probably more of my go-to, but Mortal Kombat 1 was phenomenal. I had it on Sega. And then Gauntlet was a very popular one as well, which I don't remember playing. I don't know too much about this. So you got Magic, got your Shadow Magic, you got your joystick there. 1986, so Atari. I walked down memory lane. Alright, so these are from the Dark Crystal, the new one. When did this come out? Did this come out this year or last year? This year, okay, it's 2019. Dark Crystals, you have all this designs right here. This is really creepy, detailed stuff. And some big, like spider, scorpion type deals here. Very cool. Fizz gig. Is that? Oh. Okay, so my little brother is the Dark Crystal expert. I don't know anything about this. I've never seen it. Never really had an interest to. I know it's a fan favorite, but I'm gonna have to check it out soon. But these are cool little bust display heads. I thought this is pretty cool. It's a set model for Carlito's Way, 1993. One of my favorite movies. It's really, really cool. So, you know, someone makes this and then they build around it. I think that might have been the club that they were in. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the club because that looks like the stairs that lead down to this, up on top they had like their meeting area. So, very, very cool. So it looks like we got some production designs, some design drawings from Hannibal Lecter's Cage from Silence of the Lambs. So this is pretty insane stuff. So before they get to filming, they draw all this stuff out. This is really, really intense stuff. And we stumbled upon some body parts, guys. What do we have? Is that the Elephant Man? So we have the progression of the Elephant Man, I believe. That is amazing stuff. Yeah, so over here you got the prosthetic legs. From Black Swan. So this is from Black Swan, yeah. Beth McIntyre. You have the construction of the bust right there from Elephant Man. You also have the forehead wound from The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke, 2008. Amazing movie. And you also have the reconstruction, the three-phase reconstruction right there is Robin Williams as he's morphing into Mrs. Doubtfire. What if she just blinked at me? Give me a wink from the grave, Robin. Alright, so we have a wig worn by Cher from The Witches of Eastwick, 1987. We have some makeup used in Sex and the City too, so a lot of just different props and stuff like that. It's pretty cool stuff, guys, out here. And this is real cool right here. Some makeup materials for Little Big Man, 1970. I'm not sure about this movie. I haven't seen it. But man, look at the face construction on this. It looks at the whole body, the arms, everything. Shows you the plaster, all that. All this behind the scenes stuff, guys. And the finished product is this man here. It looks very, very clean, realistic. Smoking. We got the smoking one right here, Jim Carrey. This one, oh, this is, okay, removed. We got Chewbacca right here. Thank you for the sound effects. What's that? What is this?
David's feet right here.
Oh, that's my feet right there, by the way. Zoom in on that. Oh yeah, Bigfoot, baby. And then, what's going on up here? Can we read what maybe is down there?
Saturday Night Live? Eddie Murphy as Gumby.
Oh my god!
Jeez.
I gotta look that up on YouTube or something. And what's going on with this one, maybe? What's Enemy Mine? I think.
Yeah.
Mass prototypes from Enemy Mine. I think it might be these two guys here. That's bizarre. Eddie Murphy is Gumby. That does look like Eddie Murphy, actually. That looks kind of crazy. Is that kind of like partial blackface or?
It kind of looks like it.
A little. It's a green face.
Yeah, that's green.
All right, so this is a 1920s projector, guys. You know those things when you go to the movie theater, you look up behind you, in that little area, tiny projectors. Imagine this behind you. These are huge. You've come a long way. And here we have more projectors, guys. Just look at the size of these things. It's like the size of like a refrigerator. It's crazy. So just throughout the years, the 20s, the 30s. And it looks like some of these have like vinyl add-ons too to play the music maybe. Here for the silent phones, I think. Yeah, that's gnarly. Didn't even think about that. So talking pictures, yeah. So talking pictures. Yeah. That's cool. So you get one, showing the image, and then you get the sound there. That is wild stuff. You start getting smaller and smaller. Yeah, just different projectors, 35 millimeter. And it is still like the late 1800s. These ones right here. Magnoscope, 1986. So, imagine watching TV that size, but all the wood around it, all the space around it. That's intense. That's insane. You also have one with a vinyl top as well. It looks like some kind of record or phonograph there. With an image up on top. It looks like this is like a cabinet or something. It's amazing the display sizes were so small, yet all the wood around them, it was taking up all the space there. This is when you started getting the designs a little smaller. But these used to be the television sets of the past, guys. Really appreciate your 4K TVs now, don't you? Like, look at some of these. Look at this one. This is when they started getting larger, tinier, more mobile. This one has a tape deck on top. Wild stuff. Oh my lord. Okay, so this is a miniature model of the side of a building. It looks like the Tyrell skyscraper from Blade Runner 1982, guys. Look at that. So what they would do is they would film it from back here, like this, and they would kind of go up. And they would make it look like it was realistic. Like it was really there. That's wild. That's rad. And we got our friend right here in the corner. We keep her in the corner because she's a bad girl. Right. Who played her again? I forgot. Do you guys remember who played her? I totally forget. Linda Blair. Crucify myself for that. And then we have the bust of Nina Sayers' Black Swan, which was Natalie Portman. Right there. Oh, legendary. Was this from Nightmare on Elm Street. But this was from number 4. Yeah, number 4 right there, Dream Master. So this is the scene right here when I guess our final girl, she kind of like I believe yeah, she showed them the glass inside the church. Yeah, and then all the souls start coming out. That's one of my favorites. That was a real cool one.
His sweater, real messy.
Yeah.
With all of them popping out.
Yeah, because those are actual bodies that were coming out. Yeah. Yeah, they had to actually do an enlarged Freddy right here so they can get some actual people popping out of there. It's crazy movie magic, huh? So let's look at the evolution of the microphone. Something that I use all the time, guys. And is this a microphone? Oh yeah. Has a huge arm right there. Sorry about the light, guys. It's really dim, I know. But these are all the optics involved back in the day for a microphone. You can see some of the sizes right there. That's more of the traditional one right there. But these are some from like the early 1900s, guys. 1935, 1940. Very, very cool stuff. There's this cool section over here, guys, where you can watch a scene and then replace all the sound effects with different sound effects to make it like funny. So let's see. So when he shoots, it's gonna be either a ray gun, a machine gun. Let's do a ray gun. That's kind of funny. And then when he pops the tire, let's do silly. When he pops the second tire, let's do cartoon. And then when he hits the underpass, it's gonna be chickens. Jeez. And the final explosion will be avalanche. That's view. Our final scene. Save those chickens. Sound effects really matter, huh? So along with the projector, we also have the film cameras. So here's some of the older film cameras from 1937, 1945, back to the 30s. Just all different sizes. These all filmed movies back in the day. Decades and decades and decades and centuries ago. And even bigger were some of the television cameras. Look at that.
Make up an electrical image on the mosaic.
So this is some of the lighting involved as well. This stuff looks like it weighs a ton. But all this is very imperative to creating an amazing show. Even this is a light. Even crazier with these mutascopes, which this is 1899. Actually, this one right here on the right is 1930. So what you would do is you kind of pull up to one of these. You have a little whatever right there. Kind of look through it. See if I can actually get this. I have to zoom in. It's kind of hard to get it. Okay, there we go. You sit down, you crank, and you're watching a movie. Isn't that wild? That's how it was back in the day. I think I actually remember having one of these as a kid. It's called a Zoetrope. So how do you do it? You look through here, yeah, and then you see the guy running. See him? A little faster. Let's go a little faster. There he goes, there he goes. And you stop it. All it is, these images just moving, different frames. You have another one right here? There's another one that's a little interesting. Wow, looks like Medusa. You got another one over here? What's that one? Thaumatrope? Oh, you would spin it and you see an image? Oh, you see a bird in the cage. I don't know if you can really catch it that well, but that kind of bird in the cage. That was a fail. Here's one of the early ones too. Same as that first one I showed you guys, the spinning box. All the different cells that form a scene. Guys, so that's the video for the Museum of Moving Images. I hope you guys can check it out if you guys hit up Queens, New York. I'm gonna be flying back in a couple of days, actually tomorrow. So I wanted to film something while I was out here, give you guys a cool look at what you guys can catch on the East Coast that's movie related. It's movie history is what it is. So anyways, if you guys did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And make sure you guys hit that subscribe button to always get notified about content like this. All right guys, thanks till next time. I'm gone. Peace.
Which it kind of is for work. I mean, I cut boxes and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They like put it aside for me.
Is it right here on the left side?
Yeah, so it
Wow.
was right here.
So if this looks familiar, guys, They Will Not Divide Us, Shia LaBeouf. He set up a freaking camera right there. He wanted to have it for 4 years, but people trolled him so hard it didn't happen.
You will not divide us. Is that a little speaker? Whose speaker is that?
I remember them people writing stuff right here on this Museum of Moving Images. Will they divide us, Nico?
Not a chance.
They will not divide us. So it's over here on Wood Street. Do you know what corner this is, Nico? 35th Ave? We don't know. But this is Astoria, right? Yeah. This is cool. This is iconic. This is iconic for internet trolls. Right here. Just wanted to show you guys real quick.